So I'm back for another tutorial, and this look is one that you can wear to an interview, you know, for the library or something. No, I'm just joking. This is actually a full-on drag makeup look, and it's from, let me see if you guys can see that. That's the Rupaul Born Naked look. Oh my god, Rupaul is absolutely awesome. He killed this look, okay? Killed it. And I wanted to recreate this look since I saw it. I was like, need to do that. And I love his makeup artist as well, Matthew Anderson. If you haven't checked him out, definitely check him out. He's absolutely awesome. But this look is not wearable. It's actually a nice look for the club. I would actually really wear this to the club. It's bold, it's in your face, and it's dragalicious. So if you want to see this tutorial, stay tuned. And it's going to be a little long because I'm going to go into the face stuff as well. So thank you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. So here's an up-close view of the look we're going for. Yeah, so let's just jump right into it. I'm gonna start out with the brows, but I'm not gonna do the drag brow too much. Well, it's gonna be a little drag-ish, but I'm just gonna go with my own natural shape rather than blocking out my brows and starting from scratch. So just go ahead, I'm doing feathery motions to fill this in. This isn't a brow tutorial, so yeah, let's just speed through this. Once I have the general shape down, I'm just going to go in with a flat brush. This is the eye definer brush from Paula Dorff, and I'm going to apply some brow powder through my brows. And this is medium brown from the Anastasia Pro Brow Palette. And I absolutely love this palette because there's so much variety in it that you can pick and choose the colors you want, go for a different looking brow, and just create your own personal color from this variety of colors. You may not need it as an individual, but I love having it anyway, even though I only use it on myself. It's definitely great for professional stuff. So I'm just moving that color through my brows and fading it in. Now let's go ahead and add a little drag to it, shall we? Yeah, I'm applying a concealer under my brow to clean up the shape and really add definition, as well as add a highlight. This is the Anastasia Pro Concealer in the shade 1.0. Yeah, the lightest shade. And I'm just applying that with the Anastasia number 18 brush. Really sharpening up that shape. Then I'm just gonna blend that in with my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush just to make sure nothing's too harsh. Although, I mean, really, it's already harsh. Now I'm going in with that same brush and some Kat Von D High Voltage Eye Primer in the shade Skin. I'm just blending that in over my lid and brow bone area. Now I'm going to grab a skin tone color. You can use face powder for this, anything that's your skin tone, and I'm applying that in my brow bone area. And this is going to just help with blending out the colors as we apply the darker colors, so we have more of a gradient and a nice seamless blend. Now I'm grabbing a light orangey yellow shade, and it's matte in finish, and it's burnt orange from MAC, and I'm going to apply that with a blending brush on the brow bone, and this is going to give us that pop of orangey golden burst above the cut crease. So just blend that across windshield wiper motions. Now I'm grabbing Rule from MAC on the same blending brush, and this is also going to kind of help with blending and give us that nice gradient. So I'm going from black to brown to orange to yellow. So I'm just blending that in and building up the cut crease. And I'm applying that in windshield wiper motions just beneath where we put the burnt orange color. Now next I'm going in with the dark brown shade, and this is Embark from MAC, which is just a matte dark brown shade, and I'm applying that with a very small blending brush to keep that kind of semicircle shape in the crease area. So I'm just going back and forth just like we did before, but I'm concentrating just on the crease. So keep building up that color, but just go in a semicircle shape, like a half moon shape in the crease. And use circular motions and windshield wiper motions just to really blend that color in so there are no harsh lines. Now grab the larger blending brush with that color on the tip and just go back and forth over that color. And what we're doing is just blending this color in with the other colors we placed down, so we get a nice gradient from dark brown upwards to that yellow. So we're just going back and forth until it fades in. So just be patient with this. Blending takes a lot of patience. Now let's go ahead and cut this crease, honey. So now we're gonna definitely outline the shape in the crease. And I'm using an eye kohl pencil. This is from MAC, it's Feline. And I'm using a kohl pencil because kohl pencils are easy to blend out. So I'm just sketching out that shape, going along the edge of where we placed that brown shade, and just trying to match the shape on the other side. So I'm going all the way on to the inner tear duct area. So that's the shape you want to have. Then I'm going to grab a small detailed brush. This is the Waterline Liner from the Performance series from Sigma, which with the Sigma brushes, that's the Kabuki brushes, and the Performance series, those are my favorite brushes from Sigma, and those are the ones that I will truly recommend. I think those are great unique brushes, but you know, with Sigma there's a little bit of a controversy because they do kind of fall apart, but what are you gonna do? So just use the brush and kind of feather out the color in the crease. So I'm kind of doing flicking motions against the eye pencil to blend out that color and blend it upwards. So I'm not pulling it downwards, I'm just keeping it concentrated right in the crease area. Then I'm gonna grab a MAC 242 shader brush, which has a nice flat edge, and I'm just gonna blend out that color some more and just flick it upwards. Now grab that brown again and that small blending brush, and now we're gonna go again at the cut crease. Again, the cut crease is all about blending and patience. So just blend the brown over where we applied the eyeliner to fade it in and fade it upward. So just kind of do erasing motions. So you're just moving your brush back and forth in little short strokes to blend that color out. And see, we have that nice gradient. Make sure you get on the inner tear duct area as well. We're gonna come back to that upper cut crease in a minute, but what I'm doing now is cleaning up the inner tear duct portion because that's the part that we really need to stay crisp. So I'm going in with that eyeshadow primer and that number 18 concealer brush from Anastasia and really sharpening up that shape. So I'm going underneath the cut crease and following along to get that sharp line. And this is going to clean up any mistakes that may have come down a little bit too far on the lid. Now I'm grabbing a matte ivory shade. This is Blanc type eyeshadow from MAC, and you know it's real when I hit pan. So I'm applying that in the inner tear duct area with my MAC 239 eyeshadow brush. I'm just packing that color on. Then I'm grabbing ochre style eyeshadow from MAC, which is like a dull golden nude shade, and I'm applying that over the Blanc type. And this is going to add a little bit of a golden cast to the Blanc type, but it's going to also lighten up the ochre style, which by itself is a little bit too dark. Alright honey, let's sissy that walk. Cut that crease. So I'm going back in to the cut crease area with a matte black eyeshadow now, and this is still the Waterline Liner from Sigma. I'm using that to really go at the edges of the cut crease now to really define the shape and outline it and darken it up. So just do small flicking motions. As you can see, I'm doing very small motions to get this eyeshadow on because we don't want to bring it up too far, and we want to really darken up that crease without going over the line. So really just do nice precise motions to get that color down. Remember that small blending brush? Yeah, grab that now, and with a little bit of the black eyeshadow, go over where we just applied the black and blend it out. So we're fading this color upwards using the blending brush to really blend out that color. So just go back and forth, windshield wiper motions to really blend that color in. Blend for your life, darling. So yeah, you really need to blend. So I'm blending, going back and forth windshield wiper motions just to fade that color out. I'm grabbing one of the first colors that we use, that's that burnt orange shade on the large blending brush, and going at the edge of that black so it really blends out. Then grab the dark brown again on that large blending brush, and we're just blending, honey. Blend. I think that's pretty good, right? Now for the highlight, I'm just gonna grab my Well Arrested face powder from Bare Minerals and my flat shader brush from MAC. This is the MAC 252, and apply that just onto my brow, and we're gonna blend that downwards so it kind of fades out the other colors on the brow bone. Now that we have the cut crease down, I can move down to the lid. I'm just applying the black eyeshadow now with the MAC 242 brush, and I'm creating a sharp shape on the outer lid and then just fading it inwards. Just really lightly blend it inwards. You don't want to go too far in. Then grab the blending brush and blend out the harsh edge on the outer lid. Now I need a dark purple vampy shade, so I'm grabbing Drama Queen from Makeup Geek, and I'm applying that just on the middle of my lid, kind of in an angular shape with my MAC 242 as well. I'm just blending that in, not going too far in again. Then I'm just going to grab the blending brush and go over that so it's not too harsh on the lid. I'm going to grab the black eyeshadow now and just go along the lash line with my MAC 242, and we're just kind of adding a little smoking effect to the lash line area before we apply our liner. Now I'm just grabbing my liquid eyeliner from Kiss New York, and I don't care too much about the outer half of this liner because it's gonna blend in with the black that we have there. But on the inner corner, I'm gonna really concentrate on making that sharp and intense, but still staying relatively thin. On the lower lash line, I'm going in with the same feline pencil from MAC, and I'm really lining the inner tear duct area. I'm really rounding that out, making sure we have an intense line, and then I'm just going along the lashes to make sure that they're nice and dark. And line your waterline as well. So we're making that nice and rich in black. There's not too much blending of this liner, but I'm just gonna blend out the outer portion of it so it's a little smoky, but leaving the inner part really crisp. Now apply your mascara, and what else would I be using then better than sex? And isn't it fitting for this look anyway? So apply that to your upper and lower lashes. And for my top lashes, I'm gonna use these velour lashes in Lash in the City. They're nice and full with a little bit of flare on the end. And for my bottom lashes, I'm using the Style Kardashian. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the bottom lashes first. I'm trying to get them as close as I can to my bottom lashes. Bottom lashes are tricky. And just use the tool to press them up against your lashes and really hold them in place on the inner tear duct area, because that seems to be the trickiest part to hold. Alright, now let's get the top lashes in place. I'm going to go ahead now and just use my eyelash curler to blend my natural lashes with the false eyelashes. So here are the eyes completely done. Can we say work, bitch? Now let's move on to the face. Now the first thing I'm gonna do is prime my face, and I'm gonna use the MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance Primer. Now I'm going for full coverage foundation, so I'm going to use my Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream. This is the shade Amber, and I'm going to buff that in all over my skin for full coverage using my Tarte Kabuki brush. Now I want to make sure the foundation is really seamless, so I'm going to go over it with my Shiseido foundation sponge and really tap this over my skin to really press that foundation in. Now I'm gonna highlight the hell out of my face because Miss Rue is highlighted for real. So I'm going in with my Anastasia concealer in shade 3.0, which is absolutely too light for my skin. And I'm gonna blend that in with my Tarte dual-ended concealer brush. And I'm gonna apply this under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, in my forehead area, and I'm also gonna do some reverse contouring under the contours of my cheeks. So this is gonna really make the contour stick out. So I'm gonna apply that just below where I would apply my contour shade. And I almost forgot to apply some to my chin and my cupid's bow. So really apply that and blend it in with that brush. So I'm going to go back in with my sponge and really blend this concealer in because it's a little thick, so it really needs some help with blending in with the foundation. So now we're highlighted, let's go in for some contour. I'm going in with my Iman Stick Foundation in Earth 1. I'm going to apply this just above my brows and then on my forehead to give that kind of tanned effect. I'm going to apply this to the hollows of my cheeks to give a hollowed out cheek. Also on my jawline to create a more shadowy effect in that area, and then down the bridge of my nose to really carve that shape out. Now I'm going to blend that in with my dual-ended Tarte contouring brush. And what I'm doing right here is really blending it in with my foundation, and then I'm bringing the contour upwards to round out the cheek area. And for my nose, I'm going in with a smaller brush. This is the Precision Round Brush from Sigma. This is the P82, and just blend out the edges of that contour on my nose. Then you know what the next step is, right? Grab that sponge and really blend these colors in. Especially on the nose. We don't want it to look too draggish. I mean, you still want it to pop out, but not too extreme. Now I'm going in with two different highlight colors from Hourglass. These are the ambient lighting powders. And I'm going in with Diffused Light, which is a really light matte yellow shade. And then the second shade I'm going to use is Dim Light, which is more of a champagne-y shade. It's more skin toned in color. First I'm grabbing Dim Light. I'm going to grab my Tom Ford No. 2 brush. You can use any brush for this that's really dense, and I'm gonna really pack this on under my eyes because I want the highlight under my eyes to be really bright and intense. I'm gonna also put this in the forehead area, in the middle of my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and under my contour shade. Then I'm grabbing the Luminous Light shade and I'm applying that just in my forehead area and a little bit on my cheekbone. So I'm keeping this shimmery shade away from under my eyes, but I'm still adding a little shimmer to the tops of my cheeks and in my forehead area. Now for my forehead area, I'm going to use my contour kit from Anastasia and my Sigma Angled Top Kabuki brush. And I'm applying the Havana shade, which is a reddish brown shade. I'm going to apply that just on my forehead area to really add like a tan to my skin in that area. Then I'm grabbing the second shade, which is Fawn, and applying that to my contour area in my cheek and down the bridge of my nose, because this color has more of a gray cast to it, so it's going to give more of a shadow than a tanned effect. So I'm applying the contour with a gray toned shade. And of course, down the bridge of my nose, I'm using a smaller brush. This is the 4SS from Inglot. For my blush, there's definitely a more dark toned blush being used here, so I'm gonna grab Raisin Blush from MAC and apply that with my S135 brush just on the apples of my cheeks. And then just to pull everything together and blend it in, I'm just gonna grab my Perfection brush from Becca and my Bare Minerals Tinted Mineral Veil very lightly and just buff over my skin to blend everything together and make sure everything is seamless. Now for my lips, I actually did a similar lip to this, so I'm going to try it out. I'm going in with 207 Love Lip Liner from Prestige, and I'm going to outline my lips with this lip liner and slightly overfill it at the top because there is a more pouty look on Rupaul, of course, so I'm going to outline it a little bit more. And then I'm going to grab Heroin Lip Liner from MAC and darken up just the edges of my lips so it gives like a kind of gradient effect. And for the actual lip color, I'm going to use Petals and Peacocks lipstick from MAC, which is this raspberry pink lip, and I'm gonna apply this just all over the lip where I filled it in, and then on the center of my lips, just on the very center, I'm gonna grab Bloomin' Lovely lipstick and put that just on the center and blend it in. And then for some reason this didn't look the way I wanted it to look, So I grabbed Ladylike Fuchsia Lip Lacquer from Ruby Kisses, which I absolutely love, and just added a little of this on the edges and blended it in with this color because this is more of the raspberry pink that Ru is wearing. And then I went back in with the Bloomin' Lovely over the middle just to blend it in again to give that kind of lighter effect in the middle. So that's the lips. So there you go, guys. That's the completed look. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoyed recreating it. I just absolutely love RuPaul's makeup, and I love recreating like the cut crease looks. They're absolutely awesome. So hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial. Definitely hit thumbs up if you did, and if you want to see more videos like this, just hit subscribe and leave a comment below for that. Also, I want you guys to go ahead and leave me questions because I want to do a Q&A video. So leave your questions below and I'll film that video later. So any questions you have, makeup related, personal, not too personal though, and I'll try to get that video recorded for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.